How about that? Okay. We can be done now, right? Family and friends, faculty and staff, please rise or remain standing as we welcome the LSU Law Center class of 2023 as Pomp and Circumstance is performed by the LSU School of Music Brass Quintet. Good afternoon. I'm Leanne Wheelis-Lockridge, and it is my distinct honor to be serving as Interim Dean of the Louisiana State University Paul M. Hebert Law Center. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff of the Law Center, I am excited to welcome to our 2023 hooding and commencement ceremony each and every one of you here at the PMAC, and also friends and family watching the live stream from elsewhere. To open our ceremony, I invite all of you to remain standing for our national anthem, performed by Sarah Reese and the LSU School of Music. Please be seated. I now invite Nia Johnson to provide the student welcome. Nia is the 2023 Student Bar Association Executive President. She hails from Atlanta, Georgia. She earned her bachelor's degree in political science right here at LSU. Nia and her fellow officers have provided our student body with strong leadership and great opportunities this year, and I have enjoyed working with them. Nia?
Thank you, Dean Lockridge. Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, beloved family, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2023. This time last year, I had the honor of being elected as the first African-American woman to serve as the executive president thank you, of the Student Bar Association. My term was filled with many challenges, but I am so proud of the work that my officers accomplished under my administration. And now today, another honor has been bestowed upon me, the honor of welcoming you all to today's momentous occasion, the graduation of the class of 2023. In August of 2020, we all entered the Law Center full of uncertainty, imposter syndrome, and back pains from the heavy books we were carrying. The world was in a global pandemic and changing before our eyes, and we chose to become a part of that change by making the decision to enter law school. Coming from various backgrounds, ages, and ethnicities, we somehow found commonality and banded together to survive our first year in law school. Fast forward to our 2.0 year, where so many of us started to come into our own, whether it be by serving on an executive board of an organization or competing in an out-of-state trial advocacy competition. Everyone began their personal search toward finding their passion. Being able to do this myself while also watching so many of my fellow classmates go through the same process has truly been one of the most rewarding experiences at the Law Center. This year has truly been a celebration, beginning with hats and canes, and now we have reached the final celebration, graduation. I would be remiss if I didn't mention another key component of our law school journey, our support system. Whether it be comprised of family, friends, professors, mentors, or fellow classmates, we each had our own personal team of cheerleaders who supported us in our endeavors. We may not have said it enough in the moment, but I hope you all know that you are loved and appreciated by us. The journey would not have been possible without the support we received from you all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. To our professors, thank you for sharing your vast knowledge and love of the field of law. You have truly inspired so many of us during our time here at the Law Center. Thank you for the faculty and staff for providing guidance, keeping our facilities clean, and keeping the AC on, sometimes. To my fellow classmates, I know this journey has not been easy, and it is not over yet. The legal profession is a demanding one, and it requires hard work and sacrifice, but I have no doubt that each and every one of us is up to the task. We have been given the tools to succeed, and it's up to us to use them and make a difference in the world. As we go forth from this place, let us not forget the values that brought us here. Let us remember the importance of integrity, of justice, and of compassion. Let us use the skills and knowledge we have gained to serve others, defend the vulnerable, and to make the world a better place. I would like to congratulate each of you on this incredible achievement. To the countless hours of studying, restless nights, missed holidays, and cold calls that are finally behind us, I, for one, could not be happier. But let us also remember that this is just the beginning. Our legal careers are just getting started, and we have so much more work to do. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for each of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nia. Now, I am pleased to introduce some of the special guests who have joined us today. Would each of you please stand as your names are called? Mr. James Williams, LSU Board of Supervisors. Dr. Roy Haggerty, LSU Executive Vice President and Provost. Tom Galligan, Professor of Law and LSU President Emeritus and today's commencement speaker. Associate Dean of Academic and Student Affairs, Andrea Carroll. And Assistant Dean of Students, Jake Henry. And Professor Darlene Goring, 2023 Professor of the Year, elected by the SBA. I now want to recognize my colleagues, the outstanding faculty of the LSU Law Center. These individuals are the teachers and scholars who are vital to the mission of the Law Center. They educate and mentor our students. Would you please join with me in applauding our faculty for their dedication to our students and our Law Center? I also want to recognize our adjunct faculty, all of whom are listed in your program. These are distinguished attorneys and judges who generously share their time, talent, knowledge, and wisdom with our students to provide a more enriching academic experience. Please join me, would you, in thanking them for their contributions to the mission of the Law Center. And last but certainly not least, I want to recognize and thank the staff of the Law Center, who are remarkable individuals and together an incredible team. They are the ones who have brought this commencement ceremony to fruition. Many of our staff are here today, and I ask that you join me in recognizing them and thanking them, in particular, thanking them for making today's event happen. One more thank you, and it's to you, the class of 2023, for your class gift. Each year, the graduating class collaborates with our alumni office to do a Leave a Legacy campaign commemorating their transition from student to alumni status. This year's class has chosen a commemorative bench to be placed on the Law Center lawn between our building and the LSU bookstore. This bench will include a mounted plaque, and together, these will be the more permanent legacy of the class of 2023 at the Law Center. Thank you. And next, I would like to recognize more fully our 2023 Professor of the Year. Each year, the Student Bar Association, or SBA, elects one of our colleagues to receive the honor of Professor of the Year. All active faculty at the Law Center are eligible. This year, the student body has selected Professor Darlene Goring as the Professor of the Year. Professor Goring holds the Sam D'Amico Professorship and Nolan J. Edwards Professorship. She joined the Law Center in 2002 and teaches in the areas of common law property, real estate transactions, elder law, and immigration law. But even more importantly, perhaps, throughout the year, Professor Goring offers academic support, counseling, exam preparation workshops, and just overall traditional mentoring to first-year law students and some beyond. She has served as faculty advisor to the Women Law Students Association and Black Law Students Association, and previously served as administrative director of the Dr. Leo S. Butler Legal Clinic and co-director of the Legal Methods Academic Support Clinic. In their selection of Professor Goring as Professor of the Year, the SBA said, "Being in a class with Professor Goring is equivalent to watching an artist perform on a grand stage. For Professor Goring, the law is her art, and every law student is her canvas. We are lucky to have such a talent. Thank you for all you do for us, Professor Goring, and congratulations on this tremendous honor." Would you please join me in congratulating and thanking Professor Goring for all she has done? And while commencement, by its name, marks the beginning of something new for some, for others it sometimes marks an end, or an end of a phase. Today I'd like to acknowledge our faculty to whom we will bid farewell as this academic year concludes. First, we recognize Professor Ed Richards, who has announced his retirement after 36 years of teaching and academic service. He has taught at the Law Center since 2002. Professor Richards has been an exemplary teacher and a productive scholar, authoring more than 150 articles and 5 books, working on health and public policy law for many years, and more recently on the impact of climate change on sea level rise and extreme weather events on coastal cities and ecological systems. Thank you, Professor Richards. We will also bid goodbye to Professor Christina Sauter, who has been a distinguished member of the law faculty since 2008. Professor Sauter will be joining the law faculty at the SMU Dedman School of Law this fall. She has been an incredible teacher and a colleague, and she's so dedicated to the mission of the Law Center, both in and out of the classroom. It's a great loss for us, but we do still wish her the best in her future endeavors. Professor Sauter? And finally, this day marks the end of Professor Susan Tanner's time with us as she moves to the faculty at the University of Louisville Brandeis School of Law. Though only with the Law Center for 3 years, she has made a lasting impact, including, but not limited to, her role helping nurture our newest law journal, the LSU Law Journal for Social Justice and Policy. We're very grateful to you, Professor Tanner, and you will be missed. And now, I get the privilege of saying a few things to you, the class of 2023. First one is, you made it. Congratulations. And the congratulations are to all of you for staying the course and arriving right here at this very moment. You will soon join a long line of distinguished graduates of the Paul M. Hebert Law Center. And I don't say this lightly. They are some of the best lawyers in the country, as well as leaders in government, business, nonprofits, and other endeavors. And I trust that you will also go forth and do great things using your legal education and training, but also by applying a few other important traits you have strengthened these past few years. Back in August 2020, you started on your journey at one of the most dynamic times I can recall for a person to enter law school. Given the 2020 to 2023 timeframe, This class has ridden quite a roller coaster, hasn't it? You might be thinking, oh, I'm glad this is over. But of course, living through change does not end today. This has been just one ride in life's little amusement park. You get another ride starting next week, studying for the bar exam, and next year, and so on. And things are changing in our profession, much more now than 25 years ago when I graduated. A point I raise, not to induce anxiety in anyone. Instead, I make that point to tell you why I think you are more prepared than you may realize for living in an ever-changing world and an ever-changing profession, wherever life takes you, from Alexandria to Anchorage or beyond. How so? Well, the education you experienced at the law school is, of course, a key part of what prepared you. You've each grown a great deal in how you can assess new information and issues from multiple perspectives with depth, analytical rigor. Now that will help you move successfully through change, but your preparation derives from more than knowledge and skills. While here, you have experienced many opportunities to exercise resilience and adaptability. Just one example, just remember your first semester. Recall, if you will, how our faculty's dedication to giving you as much of that time-tested in-person first-year experience with rigor as they possibly could do meant that you, our very special class of 2023, had the opportunity to experience every form of higher education delivery that exists. You were in person or hybrid or wholly online, depending on the course, and all of that in one semester, back to back to back. Wasn't that fun? Add to that the fact you were meeting your new professors and classmates, all clad with face coverings, making name and face recognition difficult, and the whole thing adds up to something you can turn back to now and just say, wow, how did we do that? Well, we did do it. And how you did was being adaptable. Since then, of course, circumstances have changed and changed again, meaning continued adaptation. And you all made it to this place, sitting right here, because you are resilient. Today, as you enter your professional careers, widespread application of generative AI is spreading, and while its specific effects on the practice of law are not known, there is one point of certainty. The effects will be enormous, and the way you practice law will be very different in time from how I practiced law. It's not yet true, but it will be. But your work is still going to be challenging and interesting. It's just going to be different. So you and we will continue to do what we've been doing all along, adapting in the face of change, while being resilient and resolute as we keep taking each next step along life's path. Beyond adaptability and resilience, another set of muscles you've needed to exercise to get here will also come in handy in your future. And that's a well-practiced facility in building and maintaining personal connections and community, even in times of stress, and sometimes great stress. To make it through these past years, you've reached out to one another for mutual support, and you've crafted networks of allies. Now, that wasn't always easy, particularly with the social awkwardness of 2020 and 2021, but you did it. And as I think you already know, these relationships you have with your classmates are very much worth maintaining. Some of your classmates will be part of the great things you will leave here to do, and in our often stressful profession, it's best not to try to go it alone. And speaking of personal connection, we reach my final comment, which is actually a request to each of you. I'd like you to pause and think about all the people who have worked with and have been with you, beside you, surrounding you, caring about you, contributing to your success, and supporting you when you falter. They helped you reach this point today. Many people here in this building might fit that description, but I'm talking now primarily about family and friends. We have many families and friends gathered today supporting you once more, either in person or watching on the live stream. Some others are with you in spirit. So I invite you to recognize those people right now for the role they have played in helping you remain resilient and adaptable in the face of so much change. Let's give them a rousing round of applause to show how much you appreciate them. And now, I have the privilege of introducing today's commencement speaker, Professor Tom Galligan. Professor Galligan holds the Dodson and Hooks Endowed Chair in Maritime Law and the James Huntington and Patricia Klein-Peter Odom Professorship of Law. He teaches and writes about torts and admiralty. Professor Galligan began his academic career at LSU in 1986. During his first tenure here, the students named him Outstanding Professor 6 times. He would go on to serve as the Dean of the University of Tennessee College of Law and then as the president of Colby Sawyer College, a private liberal arts college in New London, New Hampshire, where he remained until 2016 when he returned here to Louisiana to serve as the Dean of the Law Center. He served as Dean until December 2019, at which time he was called upon by the Board of Supervisors to serve the university as interim president. The Board of Supervisors, in appreciation for his service, would ultimately retroactively remove the interim title and bestow upon him the rank of President Emeritus in 2021, just before he returned to us at the Law Center. He's a frequent continuing legal education speaker in areas of his expertise, having given more than 250 speeches and presentations to judges, lawyers, and others on subjects including torts, admiralty, complex litigation, professionalism, and more. In the aftermath of the Deepwater Horizon disaster, he testified 3 times before Congress considering amendments to the Death on the High Seas Act and other relevant maritime statutes. Professor Galligan holds his bachelor's degree in political science from Stanford University, a JD from Seattle University School of Law, where he graduated summa cum laude and first in his class. We are not surprised, are we? And an LLM from the Columbia University Law School. Thank you, Professor Galligan, for being with us today.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to the 2023 LSU Paul M. Hebert Law Center graduating class. I am honored that you asked me to say a few words on this auspicious occasion, and I thank you. But before I get rolling, I want to express a little more gratitude. In December 2019, Mary Werner, then the chair of the LSU Board of Supervisors, asked me if I would serve as interim president of LSU. I said yes, which meant that we would need an interim dean at the Law Center. At the time, it was my intention to serve as interim president for a few months and come back to the Law Center as dean. More on that later. But as I became interim president, my friend Stacey Haney, then LSU provost, asked Leanne Lockridge to serve as interim dean of the Law Center. I think Leanne, like me, thought she would do so for a few months. More on that later. Of course, what happened was I ended up being president for 18 months, and then at the end of that year-and-a-half sojourn, I decided I wanted to come back to the Law Center as a full-time faculty member. I wanted to once again do the job I had come here to do in 1986. Thus, Leanne ended up with the job of dean for 3.5 years. She has done the job way longer than expected, and she has been absolutely fantastic. Leanne's tenure has lasted throughout the pandemic, but in spite of the great challenges brought about by COVID, as we stand here today, our enrollment and scholarship support at the Law Center are both up. So are the median academic credentials of our incoming class. At the same time, we have enhanced our curriculum, expanded our clinical offerings, updated classrooms with new technology, and added a new courtroom. So thank you, Leanne. Thank you as a friend who got to do what he wanted because of your dedication, And thank you as a colleague who, like all of us here today, owe you big time. When future generations look up institutional service in the LSU history book, Leanne's picture will be there as the paradigm of an institutional servant. So please, everyone, join me in thanking Dean Leanne Lockridge. Okay, now for a commencement address. I've done this before, you know, but I really wanted this one to be special. Not too long, but special. So I started thinking, and I wasn't coming up with too much that I thought was special. I had some old speeches, and I got them out and started cutting and pasting. And I thought, this isn't special. I'm not gonna rehash. I was not satisfied, and I still did not have a speech. So I put my drafting task aside for a few days. I wrote some finals. Still no inspiration. I was getting antsy. Then I asked some of you, what should I talk about? And everybody said, COVID. After all, you are the COVID class. Now, LSU Law has many distinguished graduates, but none can say they've gone through quite what you have endured to reach this special day. Many of you in the LSU Law School class of 2023 missed your undergraduate graduations or attended them virtually. I think I congratulated some of you in this robe from my living room on video. I might have congratulated others in Tiger Stadium, where only I got to walk across the stage. I might have congratulated others a year later after you got your degree right here in the PMAC at one of our makeup ceremonies. But those weren't the same as a real graduation, although Tiger Stadium was pretty cool. Actually, it was cold, but I digress. You started law school on Zoom, or at least on Zoom part of the time and in class part of the time. You went through spikes and improvements and spikes again. You did Zoom moot court competitions. The fall of your second year was only marginally better than your first year, and even last spring in some of your classes, the first 3 weeks were still remote. Again, let me repeat, nobody went through what you went through. But as I wrote that version of this speech, I realized everybody at every graduation in America this spring is getting some variant, I use the word in a friendly way, of that speech. So the COVID theme alone wasn't doing it for me. Frustrated, I shut down my computer and I went out for a walk. Nervously walking, I honestly admitted to myself what I knew, that while you would be here sitting in the PMAC listening to me like you are, you really wouldn't be listening at all. You'd be fidgeting around because you have all this energy and you want to get up here and cross this stage and get your degree, and if I don't give a great speech, you are going to forget it by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Ugh, or some such thing. I said to myself, this was not consolation. And then a song began playing on my phone and rang through my ear pods. Yes, even an old man like me has ear pods. It was Steve Earle and the Dukes. Good old Steve Earle. For those of you who don't know him, Steve Earle is a singer, songwriter, and commentator whose music is a combination of country, rock, alt, Celtic, bluegrass, folk, and blues. It's kind of iconic Americana. And he's basically my age, and he's also kind of bald. Anyway, the song that came on, one of my favorites by him, was I Ain't Ever Satisfied. It's one of Steve Earle's pre-jail songs. Yes, he spent some time in jail, which of course validates him as a country singer. Now, I Ain't Ever Satisfied is about a guy who just can't seem to find anything he's looking for in life. And it doesn't seem to bother him. A little bit of sociopath going on maybe. But anyway, the song's narrator was born by the railroad track. When the train whistle wailed, he wailed right back. Then the singer's father walked out on the family. Later in life, the singer left a wonderful partner for someone who was not true to him and then left him. But none of it bothers him. And in the last verse, Steve Earle nails it. He sings, I've got an empty feeling deep inside. I'm going over to the other side. And then music. Then he goes on. Last night I dreamed I made it to the promised land. And the chorus sings, I ain't ever satisfied. I was standing at the gate and I had the key in my hand. I ain't ever satisfied. You getting it? St. Peter said, come on in, boy, you're finally home. I ain't ever satisfied. I said, no thanks, Pete. I'll just be moving along. You get the picture. And then Steve Earle sings the chorus again. Whoa, 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 I ain't ever satisfied. Whoa, 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 I ain't ever satisfied. I get it. The narrator of the song wasn't satisfied. But out walking that day, I was. Because I finally had a theme for this talk and I had an idea. Now, some of you may think the theme, not being satisfied, is crazy and downright inappropriate. A commencement speaker should tell you to be happy, be content, be proud of what you've done. But what I am going to tell you is don't be content, don't be satisfied, keep after it. So that's my theme. I ain't ever satisfied. But like I said, I also had an idea. We are going to do something commencement speakers don't usually do with their audiences. And since this is the COVID class, we're going to do something we could not do during COVID. And it is going to make up for an experience you missed. Your law school orientation, you may recall, was virtual. I don't remember that. Dean Carroll told me about it. I don't remember about your orientation because I was running around like a nut trying to make sure that LSU could reopen the entire campus of 35,000 plus our 7 other campuses. I apologize for not paying attention, but I digress. Back to you. Usually at law school orientation, Dean Henry loosens everyone up by having one side of the auditorium yell, go, and the other side yell, tigers. You missed that. And no, we're not going to do that. But we are going to do something sort of similar. In spring 2020, we learned about a choir somewhere in America who all got COVID. Later, we learned the germs were spreading through the air and the singing together passed the virus from one person to the other. That stopped a lot of people from singing for a while. Well, friends, today, we are going to put those days behind us. We are going to sing. Yes, that's right, we are going to sing. Yes. Now, I've said I've given a bunch of commencement addresses, but I've never sung one. And here's the thing, if you don't participate, then it is not going to work. And as my friend Steve Sinoski gently warned me, I will be a big flop. And come on, you don't want to see an old man fail. And you don't want to just listen to me babble. Plus, this is going to burn off some of that energy that you're all feeling right now. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to talk a little bit, I promise, just a little bit. And then I'm suddenly going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. And you will sing, I ain't ever satisfied. Not all at once, all right? Okay, you got it? Practice. Now, Steve also told me when people sing in public, they need permission from their neighbor to sing. So please turn to your neighbor and say, sing, all right? Sing. Yeah, and I see you're thinking, I can't carry a tune. This is just screaming, really. So, all right, we're going to practice. Whoa, 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 whoa. One more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. You got it and you did it. Now, you should not be the only ones in this place doing this, okay? Family, faculty, friends, you all have energy to burn. So get ready. Ready? Whoa, 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 whoa. One more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all sound great, so now we are ready to have a real commencement address. Graduates, you started law school under the worst possible circumstances. What you went through, to use a word only lawyers used before 2020, was unprecedented. You were more isolated than any law school class ever. You could not form study groups the way other classes have. You could not be in class together all the time, as Dean Lockridge has said, learning and interacting with your faculty. You did not have happy hours and GIFs and other social interactions. At least you were not supposed to have happy hours, GIFs, and other social interactions. You were constantly concerned, as we all were, about infection and illness and worse. You worried about your family and friends, and some of you lost family and friends. You could have quit. You could have said, I can't do this, I'm going to defer. But you didn't. You kept going. Something inside you pushed you to succeed. There was a drive inside, maybe a little stubbornness. You weren't going to settle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I'm lucky enough today, I see my friend, retired Chief Justice Burnett Johnson in the audience. She's Nia's grandmother. The Chief is sitting with her family and with the York family, and for Ryan York's family. And the Chief, along with Camille Gray, 56 years ago, started this law school as the first two African-American female law students at the LSU Law Center. Chief, you've told me, but I can't imagine what you went through. The prejudice, the isolation, the loneliness, the discrimination, the anger. You could have quit, but you didn't quit. You graduated, became, with Judge Gray, the first two female African-American graduates of the LSU Law Center. You went on to a great career as a lawyer, as a judge, the first African-American Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court. And I don't know if you're a Steve... And I don't know if you're a Steve Earle fan or not, but you sure got the sentiment. So for the Chief, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, when you pass the bar, you will also be an officer of the court. That sounds ministerial, but it is way more than that. If I can borrow from the Marvel universe, you will be a guardian of the galaxy of justice. It is up to you and all of us as lawyers to keep that ideal of justice in mind. Justice requires fairness. We have to work to make the system fair. How can you do that? Get involved with organizations promoting justice, rights, and the rule of law. And do what my friend John Devlin would tell you to do. Take pro bono cases. I cut my litigation teeth on pro bono cases. Remember those who could not otherwise represent those who could not otherwise afford an attorney. And constantly ask yourselves, is the system fair? How can it be better? And keep working for that better, fairer system. Like Michael Jackson said, don't stop till you get enough. Don't give it up. And when you feel tired, please think of today and hum a few bars one more time. Friends, let's burn that energy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I remember when I graduated from law school. I was actually the student speaker at my commencement, so today is taking me back. Anyway, I reflected that day on how lucky I was to have been given the opportunities I had. I thought about how lucky I had been to attend a great high school, a fabulous college, I admit I could have attended the class part more, and a wonderful law school. My parents and teachers had given me an awful lot. Many of you probably have not had all the opportunities I did, and you have overcome much to be here. You have made your own opportunities. I respect that. And I want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to do what all of you have done if they want to. And while it shouldn't be easy, it shouldn't be impossible, and it should be affordable for all. And until those opportunities are real for everyone, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but our nation and our world are pretty polarized these days. I was born in 1955. I know I don't look it. I was born in 1955. I lived through the 60s and the 70s, and we were pretty divided then. But if you pardon a reference to a dated TV show, America was like the Waltons back then compared to today. Now, America has been extremely polarized before. They called it the Civil War. But our job as lawyers includes being able to talk to people who hold positions different than ours. And professionally, we are supposed to be civil to them. And some of you will be judges, and you will have to decide cases where the parties will be diametrically opposed on the facts, on the law, and on philosophy. The point is that it is our job to listen to both sides or multiple sides. We don't have to agree, but we can't storm out of the room. We have to listen. We can't be like the reporter in my favorite author, John Irving's most recent novel, who ignored what he didn't want to hear. We can't ignore what we don't want to hear. Willa Cather expressed the same idea a little differently in Death Comes to the Archbishop. In referring to a group of people, she said, they had not room in their minds for two ideas. Well, friends, we have to keep two ideas in our mind at the same time. And they will often be two or more competing or inconsistent ideas. On top of all that, we've got some pretty serious stuff to deal with. Serious and dangerous weather events are more and more common. Mass shootings are a tragic regular occurrence. There is an ongoing ground war in Europe. There are revolts in Sudan. I could go on and on and on, but it is pretty clear people need to get along better to tackle those things. We have to face facts, and we have to be able to talk. And I would challenge us, you and me, to be part of the process of getting others to try to process two ideas at once and not ignore something they don't, at first blush, agree with. Now, before we do our last little sing-along, I have one final rant. Like I told you before, I was the student speaker at my law school graduation. As I also told you before, this experience is causing me to flash back a little. And as I do and listen to myself, and look, there I am. As I listen to myself, I realize that in many ways, I am the same person today as I was when I gave that speech in 1981. Coincidentally, I went to my 50th high school reunion 2 weeks ago. I know I don't look it. And realized that in many ways, I'm the same person today as the 17-year-old who graduated from high school in 1973. My wife, Susan, in my torts classes, we call her Sue for short, she says that me being the same person is a comment on my emotional maturity, but she still loves me. So I am the same, but in oh so many ways, I'm not the same. There is no way in 1981 when I gave that law school speech that I would have had the chutzpah or the confidence to get you to sing along. And in the intervening years, I've become a husband, a lawyer, a father, a grandparent. I have lost a child. I have lost my parents and many friends. I've practiced law. I've taught law. I've been a dean. I've been a college president. I've been a dean again. I've been a president again. And now I'm a law professor again. I have run marathons, walked across Maine, and written unpublished novels. They're really good. So while I am still Tom Galligan, I am even today becoming someone new. I am evolving. You will evolve too. Go with it. Enjoy it. Fall in love. Have your heart broken. Take risks. Be safe. Travel. Live large and bring joy to others. To get literary one more time, let me quote from Derry Girls, Season 2, Episode 2. You only get one life, so savor this one life. Apologies to anyone who believes in reincarnation. You only get one life, so savor it, and if you are not savoring it, demand more, do more, because until your life is full one more time, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, thank you for indulging me. I hope you have burned off some energy. I hope maybe you enjoyed it a little bit. I will close by returning to something I said earlier. Sometimes you have to be able to keep two ideas in your head at the same time. Sometimes you can reconcile them and sometimes you can't. I have tried to impress upon you that there are benefits to you and others if you sometimes say to yourself, I ain't ever satisfied. But in closing, I want to contradict myself. Today, as you celebrate this great milestone in your lives with your classmates and loved ones, be satisfied. You have all, each and every one of you, accomplished something very special. Tomorrow you can change the world, but today be satisfied. Congratulations and thank you to the one and only LSU Law Center class of 2023.
Thank you. We appreciate the time and the wisdom you have shared with us today on behalf of the faculty and staff and the class of 2023. Thank you, Professor Galligan. And now, we do finally come to the time you've all been waiting for and the reason you came here today. Before we begin, though, they put this in my script, I want to tell you about the academic regalia that you're wearing. Why does it look like it does? Graduates and degree candidates, the robes you wear have bell-shaped sleeves, big, long things, and 3 velvet chevrons, these guys on the side, which indicate that the wearer has received or will receive a doctoral degree. The academic hood that's going to be placed on you today indicates an advanced degree and denotes scholarly and professional achievements. The colors of the hood signify both the college or university where your degree is earned and your academic discipline. The purple and gold in the fold of that hood signifies Louisiana State University, of course. The outside of the hood, trimmed in purple velvet, because you'll notice the purple is on the outside, but it's on all of our outsides too up here. It designates your degree in law. The color is royal purple, indicating that law is the supreme authority in our system of government. And although PhD students have been hooded at commencement for years here at LSU, and some of us on the faculty participated in a hooding of this type at our own law schools, we at LSU only adopted the physical hooding tradition for the JD graduates in more recent years. Such a ceremonial act can add a bit of pomp and circumstance to further signify your having completed our advanced degree program, either the JD or the LLM, and having earned that velvet-trimmed hood symbolizing your degree. Please wear your robes and hoods with pride as you cross the stage today, because you have earned them. And now, or you can clap for them, that's fine. Let's go. On behalf of the faculty of the Law Center, it gives me pleasure to present the degree candidates for the Juris Doctor degree, the Graduate Diploma in Comparative Law, and the Master of Laws degree. As directed by staff, I ask that all degree candidates come to the stage to be individually recognized. The reading of the roll will be called by Associate Dean Andrea Carroll, and academic hooding will be performed by Jake Henry, Assistant Dean of Students, and by Professor Darlene Goring, 2023 Professor of the Year.
Receiving the degree of Master of Laws, Andrea Atlanti. Elaine Boccaro Lay. Chloe DePlanchard de Cusack. Yasmin Kulin. Portia Aduro. Oluwafoyinsala Owolabi. Sigrid Mari Osa Sotar. Aurora Zabo. Susana Torres Torres. Elia Vieno. Nicole Walteros Moreno. Receiving the degrees of Juris Doctor or Juris Doctor and Graduate Diploma in Comparative Law, Jack Thomas Aguilar. Eric Matthew Alborn. James Addison Anderson. John Rodrigo Arboleda. Ajane C. Bailey. Jennifer Elizabeth Baker. Chelsea Ray Balestro. Sarah Elizabeth Berry. Bailey Marie Benton. Patrick M. Betts. Sam Biddick. Jared Thomas Blackburn. Angel R. Boudreau. Jessica Ann Basel. Sydney Nicole Britt. Jacob Hamilton Bryant. Joshua Thomas Campisi. Caleb Thomas Chansey. Brighton Michael Clark. John Gunter Clements. Matthew Zane Clute. Kimberly Helen Cook. Salmons Karens Corbett. Hannah Chancellor Cranford. Bianca Aliana Cruz. Haley Grace Comiskey. Brock Nicholas D'Angelo. Lee Elizabeth Daigle. Madison Dake. Chrissy Mae Davidson. Dalton James DeLong. Adriana Jose Darras. Whitney Leanne Dial. Austin Michael Doima. McKenna Danielle Dore. Scott Dorman II. Alexandra Laverne Doucette. Chaz Ventura Duffield. Danielle Marie Dumet. Antonio Blaze Dupre. Luke Anthony Dupre. Akuda E. Essen. William Ray Eunice. Emily Catherine Fields. Tyler Austin Frederick. Jody Marie Gaylord. Madison Brooke Gaines. Evan Pierce Goday. Catherine Adele Gaucher. Philip Andrew Gerard. Elizabeth Rose Glover. Nathaniel Gordon III. Olivia Marjorie Jeanette Graham. Manning Prentice Green. Joseph C. Grenner III. Colton Bryce Guidry. Carly Catherine Gwynn. Marin Elise Hansen. Broxton Lance Harvey Jr. Thomas G. Hathaway. Grace Smith Henricks. Sadie Irene Herbert. Julia Holland Hine. Andrea Marie Hotaling. Sarah Dejan Huft. Andrew Douglas Hughes. Catherine Gale Hunt. Mark G. Isles, Jr. Amanda McCullen Johnson. Nia Isis Johnson. Stefan Jovanovic. Michelle Elizabeth Kustabardis. Adrian C. Lambert. Emily Grace Lambert. Brett Matthew Landry. Madison Kate Landry. Ariana Suzanne Levi. Corey Alexander Lewis. Natalie Elaine Lonergan. Chase Joseph Lottinger. Patrika Marshall. Emily Ann Martin. William Neal Matthews. Olivia Day Maynard. Matthew Connor McCain. John Bennett McNamara. Madeline Nicole Meyer. Brandy Elaine Milam. Reagan Lynn Minaldi. Robert James Mitzel. Colin M. Mix. Georgia Nell Moran. Ryan Christopher Morrison. Ashley N. Newman. John Hugh Newman. Amberly Brianna Nix. Colin North. Damian Justice Alvera. Blake Lee Ordez. Matthew Avery Parks. Lily Page Pavi. Alexia Rose Paraloo. Fien Wang Fan. Michaela Aline Piku. Renee Phyllis Pierre. Sally Crick Pittman. Seth Michael Pullman. Thomas Andrew Poussin. Jensen Elizabeth Keene Price. Joshua Michael Pruitt. Ashton Brooke Reedy. Harley Elizabeth Reggio. James Houston Rhodes. Catherine Elise Roberts. Micah Deanne Romero. Hannah Marie Rivera. Madison Claire Rowland. John M. Ruello Jr. Catherine Ann Rutherford. Cody Setters. Victoria Skipper. Caitlin Renee Slack. Bailey Michelle Smith. Joseph Braden Smith. Simone Elizabeth Smith. Carrie Lamont Steen. Margaret Bell Sternberg. Haley Elizabeth Stewart. Rubeny Chris Stimfel. David Walter Stormont. Kyle D. Sullivan. Mark Eric Swanson. Michael B. Swanson. Rafe Swati. Michaela M. Teague. Shelby Kate Terrell. Ian J. Terwilliger. Hunter James Thibodeau. Devin Colin Thompson. Michael Magali Thompson. Chad Thornton. Lindsay Elizabeth Tizard. Matthew J. Trahan. Danny Min Tran. Trent Stephen Tucker. Hannah Turner. Emily Nicole Vest. Blake Gyron Vick. Caitlin Rose Vizzi. Fallon A. Voltalina. William Maxwell Wade. Christopher Andrew Ward. Hayes David Ward. John Forrest Ward IV. Lauren Hope Watson. Scott G. Wheat, Jr. Autumn Elizabeth White. Elisa Rose White. Carl Easton White. Amelie Claire Whitehurst. Summer Ray Whittington. Allie Wilkinson. Mitchell S. Williams. Mary Blake Wyndham. Brooke Louise Ragusa Idaraga. And last but certainly not least, Ryan Wheeler York.
We're going to wait just a moment while the rest of the graduates are able to get back to their seats. Well, congratulations to all. As we near the end of the program, I'm very pleased to introduce Dr. Roy Haggerty, Executive Vice President and Provost. Before joining LSU last year, Dr. Haggerty spent 26 years at Oregon State University, where he held several leadership positions, including Dean of the College of Science, Interim Dean of the College of Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences, and Associate Vice President of Research. An environmental geologist, Dr. Haggerty is Geological Society of America Fellow with research projects totaling $9 million, and he has published 75 peer-reviewed articles, predominantly in hydrology. Dr. Haggerty is recognized in his field for his development of the Smart Tracer, a molecule that moves with water while it senses and records valuable information about the environment. Dr. Haggerty received his PhD and MS in hydrogeology from Stanford University and a BS with first-class honors from the University of Alberta. His hometown is Provost, Alberta, Canada.
Thank you very much, Dean Lockridge. Supervisor Williams, President Emeritus, distinguished faculty, graduates of 2023. I'm just going to say a few words right at the end here. I want to most of all congratulate you, but I want to just say a few words about you as lawyers, and hopefully you'll find them valuable. I'm a scientist, and I've worked my whole career with scientists and engineers in this in partnership. Scientists are the people who learn, discover how the world works, and then the universe, and then engineers are the ones who use that knowledge to solve problems. And I think of you in a very similar way as it relates to societal constructs and the world of human interactions. The humanities, especially fields like philosophy, are the fundamental underpinnings of that world, and they work to understand how, what is the nature of reality, what is the nature of human interactions. And you as lawyers are the engineers of that world. You're the problem solvers. And you work at your best to solve the problems that humanity has with each other, to prevent problems from becoming bigger than they are, to make sure that the world that we inhabit as human beings works. And over my career, I've had the privilege to work with many lawyers, and I'm always very pleased when the team that I'm on has a lawyer or two involved. Not just as lawyers who are writing contracts or doing negotiations, or if there's some legal challenge with a university or the court in one way or another, but just as problem solvers. You have a unique skill. You've learned a unique skill here at LSU in how to think, how to use evidence, how to study a document and understand how that document applies to real life. And, I can't be the only person, or I can't let President Emeritus Gallagher be the only person who quotes a song today. I was thinking of Warren Zevon's song, and the title is in the second last line, and it refers to this kind of thing. He says, "I went home with a waitress, the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this." You're the problem solvers, and as you move forward in the world, make it your task to solve problems more than you create them, to help other people as much as they help you. And congratulations, law class of 2023. Go Tigers!
Thank you, Dr. Haggerty. And now I would like to welcome to the stage Ryan York, president of the 2023 3L class, who will deliver the class farewell. Ryan hails from Greenwood, Louisiana, and received his bachelor's degree in history from Louisiana Tech.
Good afternoon. I would like to thank Dean Lockridge, our professors, and other faculty members for providing us, the class of 2023, with a great legal education, excellent legal resources, and tremendous support during these past 3 years of law school. On behalf of all my classmates, I'd like to thank our families and our friends for supporting us and encouraging us for the past 3 years. As law students, there are many things that we had to overcome during our law school experience. In the first year, we all had to deal with the changes brought about due to COVID-19. COVID forced us to change the way that we interacted with one another. COVID also changed our perceptions of how we would study the law as first-year law students. Admittedly, it was not an ideal way to start off our first year of legal education. However, we persevered. During our 3 years of law school at LSU, we were given numerous opportunities to become better lawyers by participating in the school's various organizations and extracurricular activities. Most importantly, as students, we formed the bonds and friendships that helped us to succeed throughout law school. These bonds and friendships helped us through countless hours of studying and helped us when we were overwhelmed by the problems and difficulties that law school presented. These bonds and friendships are the ones that made us smile and laugh throughout it all. While there's so much emphasis on how competitive law school can be, the rigor and difficulty united us all. I think we can all say that we made a great choice in choosing to attend LSU Law for our legal education. We were provided the opportunity to form genuine friendships that will last for a lifetime. As we say farewell, there are many things that we can look forward to in our future legal careers. As we graduate today, let's focus on some of the opportunities that lie ahead. For example, we have the opportunity to form new relationships with other members of the legal community. Additionally, we get the opportunity to make a tremendous impact on society by using our law degrees to improve our communities and help others. In achieving these goals, we will show others the kinds of lawyers that LSU Law produces. I would personally like to thank my classmates for allowing me to serve as class president this past school year. In my attempt to make this year memorable for all the students, I could not have done it without the help of the other 3L class officers and the LSU Law faculty and staff members. Again, we're saying farewell today to so many things, but we can be confident that we all have a brimming and bright legal career ahead of us because of the connections we've made these past 3 years and because of this great school. Thank you.
I can't say it too many times. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We wish you well as you go forth, and we hope your careers and personal lives bring you happiness and great satisfaction. You will always be part of the LSU Law family wherever you go, and we hope you will often return to your home here on campus. Would the class of 2023 now please rise? To signify your new status as LSU alumni, those of you who have not already done so may now move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard and tam to the left. So that means you've made it. And I know, because I saw some of you wearing them, when you entered the PMAC today, you received an official LSU Law alumni pin. It's a little different than other LSU pins you can get. So please wear your pins with pride and a sense of accomplishment. As we conclude the ceremony, we do ask all guests to depart through the portal from which you entered and to meet your graduates outside the building. They will be headed out this way and will come around to meet you. Graduates, you're going to recess one row at a time as directed by the Law Center staff members, so, pay attention. Watch for your cue, please. And now I am pleased to present to you the class of 2023.